The dynamic liquid alternatives private pool is an alternatives investment, meaning that it tends to display low performance correlation with traditional asset classes like stocks and bonds. What we're trying to do is to ensure that we are putting together a strategy or a framework that generates returns independent of stocks and bonds. There's 4 different strategies, but let's bucket them a little more collectively. 2 of the strategies are absolute return strategies, a credit absolute return strategy and an equity absolute return strategy. And the great thing about those 2 strategies, for example, is that you can benefit not only from rising stock markets, but you can also benefit from falling stock markets or falling bond markets. Now, onto the options income strategy. It's a little bit more complicated, but effectively what you're doing is you're writing options on equity investments to generate income. And then final strategy is a real asset type of strategy. So we're investing in stocks or companies that have direct exposure to infrastructure and direct exposure to real estate. When you construct a portfolio this way, you do limit your exposure to downside risk. So again, it's really about the construction and the interaction between the components of the pool that helps minimize or mitigate anyone's exposure to downside market risk. You have strategies managed by 4 different managers with long and successful track records of managing these types of strategies over time. At the same time, speaking about the end user is getting access to investment strategies that really were only accessible by institutional money managers over the last 30 or so years. And with the new regulatory changes in Canada, it allows us now, us as Main Street, to have access to these strategies that were only very select.